5,000 energy was spent on the Fire Knight, and this video is going to break down showing you all of the in-game pieces I kept as both a well and a late game player. So if you have 5,000 energy or you spend approximately that long on a Fire Knight, hopefully I'll be able to show you today by the end of this video what kind of premium gear you can expect. Also, I'm giving away a Nintendo Switch in my live stream, so if you are interested in chances of winning a Nintendo Switch, you can go to twitch.tv/Darth Microtransaction. I'll put a link in the description as well as a pinned comment. Just trying to give back to the boys, the subs. You guys have really helped a lot. Also, someone said, "Hey, I'm not a boy" the other day. So boys and boyettes. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of going through selling the stuff that's not really that important, the stuff that is never really going to have a use, or I'm not going to be able to use in arena, etc. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove all this garbage, and then we'll jump ahead and I'll show you the stuff that we actually end up keeping. And if you're wondering why it looks like I only have 71 pieces of gear here, don't worry. I actually farmed all 5,000 energy of it. I have been doing it over the last 2 days. I've been farming it, and I have to go and sell because you'll see here in a second that I'm actually out of room. Ooh, that's a nice piece. So unfortunately, I have to be very, very picky about the gear I keep here. So I've just kind of been selling all blues, anything that's not like absolute premium. Yeah, even that piece I'm going to have to sell. We really need more artifact storage because it's also very, very difficult to farm gear when you just can't even hold it. I mean, the end of the game is farming gear, so we probably need some more storage for that. I'm hoping that's coming in the next update. It needs to come soon. To be honest, we just need more storage for everything. After playing like Calabria, Crystal Guardians, and a few of these other games where the reality of the fact is you just have as much storage as you really need. Now it's a little bit of a bummer, but I do believe that with any luck, we should see storage increase soon. I've seen some talking about that in the chats. A lot of us have been complaining about the storage. I know Stu in particular was really not happy about the storage as well, and hopefully that will be reflected in this nearest gear update. So the crit damage is like the first thing that people are going to want to know about because it's pretty much the best piece of gear you're going to get from Fire Knight. Look how many of these pieces I sold. 29 crit damage pieces are not useful at all. And I mean, there's even legendary epic ones. To be honest, I couldn't even find really a piece that was too good. If I sell these, I'll show you. Okay, watch. Sell these. I know people are probably in pain over watching that one get sold. But look here. Okay, look at. I tried leveling this helmet and then rolling the crit damage or defense multiple times. Okay, you look at these ones, roll the flat defense. I was like, I'll give it a chance to roll accuracy or HP once. You roll this one, then roll the speed once. Okay, look at this one, roll resistance. I could have done the crit rate and being a good crit helmet. Watch this, just to give you an idea right now. I'm showing you, I'm getting bad luck on these crit damage rolls. So far it's looking like I'm not even getting a singular piece of gear. Oh, there's a crit damage. Okay, maybe if this one rolls crit damage 4 times and we end up with like a 25% crit damage helmet, we can get safe. But yeah, this set of gear. Oh. And of course. Okay, for stun, it looks like I only got this weapon. I haven't rolled it to 16 yet. I got some speed on there. And I got an okay chest plate because I didn't really have a chest plate yet. And that's really about it out of stun. I mean, so far, we're only like 2 pieces of gear in, man. Now, you're seeing I'm sitting on a stockpile of immunity gear, and you're probably wondering why. The new update's going to be coming out at some point. And when that does come out, I want to be ready. And being ready means being ready for arena because the new platinum gear is coming. So if I have a whole bunch of immunity gear, I'm hoping that might help me out because I do believe the immunity gear will have some use in arena. I mean, there's a lot of CC, there's torments, etc. And I've been stockpiling it, trying to get a lot of gear that's like high crit rate, high crit damage for like my rays. I have a couple rays or for skull crowns, for instance. So that way I guarantee to get my damage off. There's a few different pieces in here I'm going to try rolling, and we're going to see what we end up getting off of them. Because if I get some really, really serious speed secondaries, that might actually kind of change up my arena team here a little bit. So I'm going to go through, poke through the... Oh, wow, look at those gloves. Crit damage, primary gloves with speed on them. I'm going to try those out. Weirdly enough, I ended up getting like some okay immunity gear. I got like some good crit damage, crit rate weapon there. The next best one would be, let's see, this one. I got 13 speed on weapon I can throw on somebody. If you look at the helmets, actually, I ended up getting like some somewhat decent helmets. And then the shield was kind of a heartbreak. I was hoping to get a bunch of speed because I was ended up getting some kind of fast gear. And then this is the biggest heartbreak. The crit damage gloves ended up rolling all defense. That being said, if you look at the boots I have as well, like down here, look at these boots. Check out these. Crit damage, crit rate with defense. So what I'm thinking is I can build like a set for somebody that is an all defensive guy and have immunity on him. He'll be really tanky. Someone that needs to get his move off without dying or getting CC'd for sure. So I might get this set up on, I'm thinking maybe Warlord, Gurgo. There's a few people that come to mind that these might work on. And last but not least, I actually got an okay chest piece too with 15 speed there. So immunity ended up being almost the biggest winner. I'm going to go through the last few pieces of gear we have, but I think immunity sets might have been the big win from the 5,000 energy because I got 4 or 5 usable pieces, whereas crit damage, I really didn't even get the 1. So after all of that, I ended up only getting a few stun pieces, and the immunity pieces you saw, no crit damage pieces at all. No absolute premium 6-star legendary pieces that rode really well. Really, the best thing I got of 5,000 energy was like a few million silver, probably about 5-6 million silver. Unfortunately, the gear gets more and more and more difficult to acquire as the game goes on. But that's fine because you're getting that diminishing returns on just getting the last few ones. Now, what we need to focus on next, going into the next patch here, is Arena. And what I need to do is all this gear I've been farming was for the Arena reason. I'm going to start focusing on trying to get into Platinum. I want to be trying to get that new gear that's coming out so I can do reviews of that, show you what it's like. Plus, honestly, I have a pretty strong team. If you look at it, Warlord Lead is got a buff now that Tormund doesn't freeze on heal anymore. So that helped my Warlord out a lot. And obviously, I have the HP burn combo with Tormund, Trunda, and then Rodos is hilarious because you see he gets a billion turns in a row. So I think I have a chance to have a decent team. I probably need to work on the gear a little bit more because it just takes so much silver. And that kind of drives home another point, which is that the silver gains as compared to how much energy you spend is pretty low unless you're farming Spider. I've done these kind of analytic videos. I did the Ice Golem one, I did the Dragon one and all that. And what I've noticed from that is that it's not even close. Like the silver you get from Spider is like way, way more. Because the most silver you can get is a legendary 6-star shield from a normal dungeon, which is like 108k, whereas the Spider ones go well beyond 100,000 if you can get like a 6-star legendary banner, amulet, etc. And so for that reason, yeah, you definitely want to farm Spider if you have thousands and thousands of energy. That's going to be the last one for me that I'm going to farm, because if you look at, and thank God they actually split the artifacts, because if you look here, the storage I have is 595, so I had full, you saw I had overflow, so I had to both pick up the gear and sell over 100 pieces of gear. We got maybe 3% usable, but look here, I only have 89 out of 700 of this, because the gear I need here, I'm so picky with it, I'm selling gear that's not good. I only keep stuff that is completely usable, and I think Spider is probably harder to get usable gear, in my opinion, because you really need it to roll those correct primaries on the banners and the amulets, or else they're just borderline useless. And so I'm going to go farm the Spider next with the next 5,000 energy. You can see I got 343 left here. I'm going to buy a whole bunch more energy, go into the Spider dungeon, and see exactly what it's like here. And hopefully it's a lot better ratio of good gear in the Spider dungeon, because I've done Dragon, Ice Golem, and Fire Knight so far. And out of those 3, I've done over 10,000 energy combined, and I've kept less than 10 pieces of gear. So it's at this point, it's like 1,000 energy per piece of gear or more, which is very expensive for top tier pieces of gear. And in conclusion, what you can see here is actually this pack of gear right here. It's basically $50. I got 5 pieces of decent usable gear, not even leveled all the way. Was that a piece of gear per $10 really? If I was just buying these packs and then going straight energy, just straight farming. Long story short, those $50 packs, they are worth it if you are not going for 6-star legendary gear, or like 6-star epic gear only, because that's basically what I'm going for at this point. And it's worth it if you just need like primaries, like crit damage primaries, boots, with speed prime, stuff like that, okay? If you're trying to get both primaries and substats at the same time within the same set you need, it's not worth it at all. You should just probably farm your gear innately with just the free energy and just get it as you get it. Because if you're going to spend, let's say like $500 or something over time on energy, by the time you farm the perfect gear, it's going to be like years and the game's probably over already, to be honest. So I don't really know if I recommend these packs unless you really, really, really just need the energy to progress in the game and you're not trying to farm gear. Because as much as I actually thought that these packs would be worth it for somebody like me, once I get into the point of the game where I have basically all the characters and now I need to outfit them, what I'm seeing with the gear drop rate that I have been acquiring over the last few data sets here is it's just purely not worth it. Getting gear is very difficult. All right, guys, so we're at the end of the video here. We are getting very close to that 30,000 mark. We're at like 29,600 something. So all we need is a couple hundred more, and we're going to be smashing my ukulele live as soon as we hit that 30,000. So we could maybe even hit that today. Okay, I love you guys, and I'll see you on today's live stream because of Nintendo Switch giveaway. Nintendo Switch giveaway. You better join the live stream. All right, bye-bye.